Hello there. Off to Vigo, a port in northern Spain. Calling there on a cruise ship. We've been there a few times, and this video is about the time where we just went self-exploring in Vigo, and we had a fabulous time. So if that interests you, watch on. Well, hello there. I'm Mama Jane's husband, and again, I am flying solo. Mama Jane is unable to join me today, and we're talking about the lovely port of Vigo in northern Spain. We've been there a few times, and this one visit, we went self-exploring. Now, we did this by taxi to start with, and I'll explain how you can get to the taxi rank. So now, as you leave the port building, there's some statues just outside the cruise terminal. It's not a particularly big cruise terminal, but there's these sort of lovely, cute little statues outside the cruise terminal itself. Now you need to go past them and head, and in the distance you will see a very big statue stroke sculpture. Now, when you're looking at that, if you turn opposite this, is the taxi rank. Okay, so you'll see the taxi rank. And then just go and get a taxi. And you want to ask for Parque Monte de Castro, okay? It will take you to a lovely park right at the top of Vigo. Quite steep getting up. And the plan is that you have a taxi to the top, and then you walk down. And you spend the rest of the day walking back down to the cruise ship. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, isn't it? Well, you know. So yes, we got on a taxi. A taxi was not expensive. It was less than 10 euros, I think. And he will drop you by some gates, okay? And then you need to walk through the gates, and there's a circular path to the left, and it takes you right up to the top of this park. Pass a few things on the way, but when you get up there, you will have the most spectacular views of Vigo. It's stunning. Now, on our day, it was very clear, and we could see our ship. The grounds themselves, very well kept, quite beautiful, really. And you could just sit. It was quite warm, and just beautiful place to have a sit, have a wander around, have a look at things. It was a cool place to visit. Now, of course, what do we do when we're on these self-exploring? Well, there was a coffee shop, so we had to have a coffee, didn't we? And a bun. There's always a bun as well, isn't there? So we had a good start to that, and then we crossed over the street and started following the path down back to the city. Now, it's quite a steep path, but it's fine. It meanders its way down. Now, we did pass an archeological dig, and it looked as if it had a visitor centre. But at this point, when we visited, it was shut. So we didn't get to see that. But it's an interesting walk down. And when we get down, there's a blooming big monument to have a look at, okay? So that's quite interesting. And then you cross the road. Now there's loads more to see. You come to the police station and a square. Not uninteresting. But then across the road, the other side of the square on the police building, you will come to the castle. Another very interesting place. Again, with some cracking views, so yes, I had a good look around there. Getting hot now, mind you, by the way. And then there's various ways you can meander down from the castle, getting back to the main part of the town. Now, we managed to find, I think, the steepest steps in Vigo to climb down. But it did come out at a nice coffee shop. Well, of course, it were hot. So we decided we'd better have another snack. And it was good. Now, where we ended up by this coffee shop, opposite the road, there was a statue of a girl riding a dragon. Very interesting. Now, the thing is, dragons are quite big in northern Spain. Northern Spain is quite Celtic. So, and they have their own language. You may well encounter bagpipes in northern Spain, and it's called Galicia, okay, I think, the region. I think so, anyway. Yeah, I really need Mama Jane for pronunciation guides, so sorry about that. Go to the dragon, because then there's a viewing platform close to the dragon, looking out at sea. And again, some cracking views. Once you're looking at the dragon, you then need to turn away from the sea and walk down into Vigo. And you come to the older place. Keep looking up, because some of the architecture on the buildings is really quite good. And then follow the signs to the cathedral. Now, top tip, when you're in Spain, even in the tourist areas, they have a siesta. So things close in the afternoon. So if you really, really want to get to see something, make sure you do it in the morning. Because once the siesta comes, lots of things close. So when we got to the cathedral, I think we just managed to squeeze inside it before it closed. And they ushered us out and then shut. But guess what? Guess what, folks? There was a cafe next to it. So we had a bit of refreshment, and boy, some crazy pigeons. Crazy pigeons appeared, like vultures. Yeah. So watch out for the pigeons in Vigo. And then we just meandered through the old part of the city and saw quite a few nice things, some statues, some buildings. Really lovely place. Enjoyed it. And then we started to get to the modern part, and again, yet another drink break. It was a hot day. Okay, that's my excuse anyway. And we meandered through the shopping, down past many fine buildings, and to a lovely park area. That's a thin rectangle that runs through a large part of Vigo. Now this was really well planted, and there were loads and loads of birds there, just wild. It was a really lovely place. And then we meandered through there, and it wasn't a long walk, we discovered, back to the cruise terminal and the ship. And that was really quite a Faberuni day. Now, believe it or not, we did 21,000 steps on our visit to Vigo. And you too could do that and have a load of fun. And I'd recommend it to you. Cheap day out. No cruise excursion paid. Just got to pay for some cafes and some beer and some coffee and some cakes. So yeah, great port to visit. So that's it for now. Now, I would really urge you that if you watch our channel and you find what we do useful, please subscribe. We know a lot of people watch our channel but don't subscribe. And we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. And we're in 900 odd. And it would really help our channel if we can get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you could subscribe, that would be fantastic. But for now, it's a goodbye from just me, Mama Jane's husband. Bye.